Intermittent fasting is a type of eating pattern that alternates between fasting and eating periods. It does not specify which foods to eat, but rather when to eat them. It is better described as an eating pattern, rather than a diet in the traditional sense. There are different intermittent fasting methods that are commonly used, which we will touch on later in this video. When you eat, the insulin hormone is secreted by the pancreas, that allows glucose into your bloodstream to enter your fat cells, muscle cells and liver cells, where it is used for energy. Insulin resistance occurs when cells in your muscles, fat and liver fail to respond to insulin and are unable to use glucose from your blood for energy. To compensate, your pancreas produces more insulin. Over time, your blood glucose levels will go up. When the blood glucose levels are extremely high, a condition called prediabetes will occur, and eventually becomes diabetes. Intermittent fasting will help keep insulin levels very low throughout the day, since there is no need for it to regulate blood glucose, and we can tap into our fat stores for energy. These are some of the health benefits of intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting has been shown to reduce insulin resistance, potentially protecting against type 2 diabetes. Animal studies suggest that intermittent fasting may aid in cancer prevention. Some studies show decreases in inflammation markers, which are a major cause of many chronic diseases. As previously stated, intermittent fasting can assist you in losing weight and belly fat without having to consciously restrict calories. It has been shown that intermittent fasting lowers bad LDL cholesterol, blood triglycerides, inflammatory markers, blood sugar, and insulin resistance. Intermittent fasting increases the brain hormone BDNF and may help in creating new nerve cells. It may also aid in the prevention of Alzheimer's disease. Intermittent fasting has been shown to increase lifespan in rats. According to studies, fasted rats lived an average of 50% longer. Improves mental clarity, since insulin levels are low. It's very important to consult your doctor before attempting intermittent fasting, especially if you correlate with one of these conditions. You have diabetes. You have problems with blood sugar regulation. You are taking any kind of medication. You have been previously diagnosed with an eating disorder. You have had amenorrhea in the past. You are pregnant or breastfeeding. If you are a child, an adolescent, or age greater than 70. If you have chronic heart issues. If you have a low body mass index. When breaking your fast, concentrate on real whole foods. Try to buy the best quality protein that your budget allows for, ideally organic or grass-fed meat, wild-caught fish, and healthy fats that are essential for hormone development and satiety. Avocados, coconut oil, grass-fed butter, nuts, and berries are just a few examples. Maintain a high level of hydration. These are the most popular types of intermittent fasting. Crescendo method. The crescendo method is a more gentle variation on the 16-8 intermittent fasting protocol. Rather than fasting every day, you fast on specific days of the week, such as Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. It's especially beneficial for those just getting started with intermittent fasting. You can test your body and hormonal balance to see how they react to the change. If you feel comfortable, you can move on to the 16-8 intermittent fasting plan. Fasting window can be between 12 and 16 hours, whilst the eating window can be from 8 to 12 hours. The 16-8 intermittent fasting method is also known as the peak fasting or lean gains method, because it allows you to gain muscle while losing body fat. Using this method, your eating window is 8 hours, for example, between 12 and 8. As a result, your digestive system will be able to rest for the next 16 hours. As normally 8 hours of the 16 fasting hours are spent sleeping, this method is easier than you might think. As mentioned before, the fasting window is 16 hours, allowing 8 hours for feasting. Alternate day fasting, also known as ADF, is exactly as straightforward as it sounds: eat one day and fast the next. Some people do this method by eating a small 500-calorie meal on the fasting day. This is highly discouraged, since small meals not only make you hungry, but they also negate the health benefits of fasting. Additionally, meal-induced insulin halts fat loss. The fasting window for this method is usually 36 hours, but some people also stretch it to 48 hours, whilst feasting window is between 4 to 8 hours. 24-hour fasting, or the 6-1 diet, is a method where you fast for a full day. Your fasting period is frequently longer than 24 hours, because you usually eat the last meal at 8 p.m. and the next meal is 8 a.m., 2 days after. This usually takes 36 hours. One-day fasting is a popular option, particularly with athletes, and those who do not want to restrict their diet every day. The fasting window is usually between 24 and 40 hours, eating on the other 6 days. The 5-2 diet became popular in 2013 through Michael Mosley, and in this method, calories are limited to 500 per day for 2 non-consecutive days per week. The diet's simplicity, as well as the fact that you can eat whatever you want 5 days a week, contribute to its popularity. Dieters are advised to consume a normal number of calories 5 days a week, then consume only 25% of their normal calorie total for 2 non-consecutive days. One meal a day, or OMAD in short, is a more extreme 16-8 method variation. You eat one meal per day, and fast the rest of the time. OMAD is normally used by people who have already practiced 16-8 for an extensive period of time, and in comparison to the 16-8 method, you simply skip another meal. Fasting, most commonly, is 20 hours, with a feasting window of 4 hours, but some people reduce it to 23 hours fasting and 1 hour eating. Thank you for watching this video until the end. If this helped you better understand intermittent fasting, please like this video, so that it can help other people who are planning to start intermittent fasting, and also subscribe to my channel and click the notification button to get notified whenever I upload a new video.